Gabra.
Fake it.
Oh, Yaakov. And Johnny, Reb Johnny. I don't get the Divrei Torah anymore. Unless, whatever. Eh, See this Shema. Okay, so we're continuing.
I don't do them anymore. I don't do them anymore.
Okay, that's okay. We did them once upon a time, and that was great for then. And right now we're good with just smiling. That's good too. So, Chevra, we're continuing with our Torah on the fact that we need chizuk in our lives. We need people to push us. We need people to say good things to us. It's very difficult to just be on by ourselves, to be alone, to feel alone without that person, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, whether it's a podcast, a song, whatever it is, to give us chizuk, to say, keep on going, you're doing great, continue to get better. So we're continuing. The same is true, actually, no. But what should one do if there's no one available to encourage him? Right? That's probably one of the most destructive things nowadays, right? The world that we're living in today is the loneliness that we feel on a day to day, from moment to moment. What do we do if there's no one available, if we don't have the resources available to us to give us this encouragement that we need? Everywhere people are preoccupied by their own concerns. People have their lives, right? We get married, we go on dates, we are in yeshiva, we're in the army, we're in school, we're doing a million different things, whatever it is. But we're preoccupied with ourselves. We have our own calendars, we have our own schedules. Even one's friends and relatives don't seem to have chizuk to spare for them. When a person is in such a situation or feels like this, they're in this case specifically, he must know that Hashem and the Shekhinah are with him all the time. And the Shekhinah is the way Hashem represents himself into this world, the way Hashem is revealing himself to this world. Now, there's a footnote. I'm not going to read the entire footnote, but Rav Avram ben Rav Nachman says that we should never ever mistake the Shekhinah into disunity. Meaning to say, let's say the Shekhinah was going to manifest itself, reveal itself as like a teacher or a student. We shouldn't think that's separate from Hashem. Rather, we can't really grasp it. It's just all one thing at once. So we should never, take the Shekhinah and as Kivyachol as like something separate from Hashem, but rather it's one. Okay, cool. So sometimes the Shekhinah is in the matter of speaking, an aspect of a Rebbe. Sometimes it is like a Talmud, and sometimes like a friend. Therefore, when a person is discouraged, the Shekhinah can encourage him just like Bezalel did for Moshe Rabbeinu. One must believe in Hashem and the Shekhinah, who encourages every single Jew and uplifts their neshama by telling them, surely you will merit to reach the level of the forehead of the will. However, there's very deep secrets going on right now, but we're going to go weiter. Why? Because Rabbi Nachman said, if there's deep secrets and we don't understand the secrets, keep going. Don't ponder too much on them because the next time we review it, we'll understand it a little bit more. A proof for this is that the innermost point of every Jewish soul is connected to the absolute humility of Moshe Rabbeinu. Therefore, one can feel discouraged and feel that he will never be able to fashion his personal menorah. Right? We're already in Hanukkah, like we said. Zot Hanukkah is still here. It's still here. It never left. Chaim, Kipa in front. What is going on? Akiva is actually tapped in right now. He's tapped in. We need the
Yeah,
Kipa in front.
yeah, I can't. It doesn't just slide forward by itself, bro.
Okay. Okay. No, okay. Anyways, to light up his life in the darkness he finds himself. That's what the menorah means. And we'll end with this. When they feel this way, they should realize that the Shekhinah, who is like the shadow of Hashem, like the name Betzalel, Betzal Kel, shadow of God, gives them chizuk and encourages and reassures them that they can succeed in whatever challenge they may face. Now, Chevra, this triggered the following thought. I read this story a bunch of years ago, and it brought me to tears. And hopefully it doesn't bring me to tears now, but it's such a chizuk when we feel like we're at the end, or we feel like we're stale, when we feel like we're frozen. when we feel like we don't have that encouragement available to us, who do we go to? We go to Rav Aaron of Karlin. Rav Aaron of Karlin says the following thing, or it was something said about his Hasidic way of giving over life to his students. Hebra, this is actually insane. You ready for this? You ready for this? Oh, somewhere a master. Somewhere a master. Maybe you guys are the master. Maybe I'm the master. I don't know. Okay. Here is the word of advice which he was fond of repeating. When Hasidim meet, he said, they would do well to study the Zohar, the book of splendor, in which creation's primary secrets are waiting to be uncovered. If that should prove too difficult, let them open up the Talmud and study together, be it only one page, one problem. Thus, they would go back in the times to the sages, the scribes, and prophets, and finally to Moses. If the Talmud, too, should prove inaccessible to them, then let them open up the Bible and read the portion of the week and its commentaries, and thus be in touch with eternal truth. If that also should be too difficult, let them simply tell one another a Hasidic tale about great masters and their saintly ways. And if heaven forbid they don't know or remember any such stories, let them sing a niggun together. As everyone knows, is the key to the higher spheres and sanctuaries. But what if, Chavra? What if? Woe unto us! They don't even know niggun? Well, in that case, let them love one another. So that's exactly what we're going through right now, is that sometimes we try to open up this book and that book with Hashem, interacting with the world. And then mamash, when it boils down to it, when everything seems so difficult, layer upon layer upon layer, level, it just comes down to the simplicity, like Moshe Rabbeinu, that we have in each and every one of us, which is simply to just love Hashem. Love Hashem. I don't know how you're trying to interact with me right now, Hashem. I don't know how I'm trying to interact with you, but one thing in common between us, and this is the basis upon everything, is our love for one another. The Siyata Deshmaya. Questions, comments, please feel free. We should never feel discouraged if the Zohar is too hard for us. L'chaim, we brought Starbucks to Israel. Starbucks to Israel. Chavra, be well.
Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Thanks, brother. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.